What's going on, you guys? Welcome back. Alex Cotty here from TikTok, Instagram. You may know me from TikTok. I'm the one that called out Shiba token back in April, which has now done over a 70x since I called it out. And I want to talk to you guys about a couple other cryptos that I've been looking into, that I've been interested in over the last couple of weeks here. Crypto's been on a tear recently. Bitcoin's at an all-time high. ETH's at an all-time high. I don't think that it's the peak of the market yet. I think we're still in that bull run and we have a little bit ways to go. I believe ETH is on an all-time high right now, specifically because of all the people trying to get into these small cap coins, all these meme tokens and things that have followed suit, from Shiba token to Elon to, Dogecoin that started it. And now we're finding all these other ones and everybody's trying to jump on board, trying to find the next big play. I think I found the next big play. I think this is it right here. This is not financial advice, guys. This is just me speculating and thinking that, this team has something that's working for them. They obviously have some money backing this project, which is why I think this is going to be going pretty far. You can see this is the main site called Dogs of Elon. And if you haven't seen my TikTok, I did post a TikTok a couple days ago about this. Got quite a bit of people in on it. There's a lot of people that have followed suit, have jumped in. I'll show you my wallet's connected. I've bought in about 100,000 Dogs of Elon and I have 11 NFTs that I've minted waiting for this pre-sale to end. So currently they're in this pre-sale. You can see right now that you're still able to join it. I think there's 7 more days, but I do want to talk about the project a little bit more and just kind of show you what it is and why I believe this is going to be going places. Obviously, with the rise of Shiba, the rise of Dogecoin, the rise of all these meme coins, it's only fair to assume that meme coins are going to keep going. I don't think that there's an end to that until there's a reason why people shouldn't invest in meme coins. People are going to keep on putting their money into meme coins simply because we like memes. I think Gen Z and people in our generation, millennials, we all like memes, and I think people can understand it. It's not as threatening as, say a cryptocurrency that is all about finance and has yield farms and staking and all these things. I think a lot of people are intimidated by that. They don't really know how to follow that properly. Instead they see a meme, they like the meme, they buy in. So this is the next one I think is going to be a pretty big one. And there's a couple things that I want to talk about. So they have 10,000 different NFTs. You can see right here, these are all the Elon NFTs. And I'll go over a couple of these. These are pretty cool ones. And then they also have 1 billion in max supply of their cryptocurrency that they're going to be coming out with called Dogs of Elon. That's what you can buy in pre-sale right now. Right now you can purchase DOE for 0.012 ETH for 1,000, 0.004 ETH for 300, which is the minimum that you can purchase, and then you can also get an NFT for 0.08 ETH. So like I said, there's 10,000 NFTs total and 1 billion in total supply. So right now we are at 7,600 left of the NFTs, which means roughly 2,400 that have already been minted pre-sale. And then there's also the coins, which we are now at 81 million of a total of 150 million allocated for pre-sale. So we are almost halfway through with 6 days remaining, and I would be surprised if this doesn't come close to selling out by the end of this pre-sale, because this just keeps on going and people keep on jumping on board. So it might be a good time for you guys to get in if you're thinking about investing. Like I said, do your own research. This is not financial advice whatsoever, just something that I find interested in and that I personally have invested into. So let's go through some of these NFTs that you can look at. They're pretty cool. Honestly, I like a lot of them. There's a few that I really want to get my hands on, and I hope I somehow get lucky and mint one of these. But there are 30 different Elon NFTs and 70 zombie NFTs, which look like zombie Shibas. And then there's all the other ones of different assorted Shiba tokens, Shiba cryptos. And I don't know if my internet's down, but hold on one second. Well, it looks like their website just went down. Unless it's me, their website doesn't seem to be working right now. So they might be working on something, or my internet's acting up and I can't tell which one it is. So I can't look at the NFTs right now, but it looks like their website's down. So what I will talk about is the other aspects of this coin, which is why I think this may be going somewhere. For one, on their Telegram group, they have listed that they are official partners of CoinMarketCap, which is pretty big. A lot of people use CoinMarketCap. I use it myself all the time. And then if you look, Dogs of Elon, it's not even listed yet. It's not even out yet, but it's on over 1 million watch lists, which is crazy because that's very, very high. And if you think about the other ones, like for instance, Shiba token, which has obviously been on a tear over the last couple of weeks, is on 1.6 million watch lists. You look at Dogecoin, which obviously had a huge pump earlier in the year, is on 1.2 million watch lists. And then you look at Dogs of Elon, which, you know, has not even released yet, it's on 1 million watch lists. That's a pretty good sign. I can't say what it means for sure, because if they have a partnership with CoinMarketCap, that could just be a fabricated number for all we know. But you know, it's worth noting at least. Also, they did have a audit done prior to launch to kind of give people some faith in the project, and we can take a look at that right here. There's CertiK, there's audit report for Dogs of Elon. You can see that it got an 81 security score overall. There's obviously some things in the code that, you know, shows that possibly could be fixed, but I wouldn't say that that's a deal breaker at all. There's a lot of different CertiK audits and different audits of cryptos that get roughly the same score, if not lower, that are very successful projects. So that's just something that you can look at to ease your mind. If you want to, you can take a look through the code. If you're an engineer, maybe you might have some better insight on that. You can also see that they have a airdrop happening with 17 days remaining left in the airdrop. This just launched on Sunday. They're giving away $600,000 worth of Dogs of Elon, and there is 769,000 people that have already participated, which is insane because when I did this, I did it the day it launched, and there was, I think, 20,000 in the first half hour. So this is definitely getting a lot of people interested in it. Basically, in order to join the airdrop, you just go to this link. I'll put the link down in the description there for you. But you go to this link, you can log into your CoinMarketCap accounts or create one if you don't have one, and then you're going to click join the airdrop, and they're basically going to have you do a couple things to validate it. You'll have to follow them on Twitter, follow CoinMarketCap on Twitter, retweet a post, follow them on Telegram, and then there's a couple other things. It's pretty fast. But essentially, you can get up to a free NFT, and they're also giving away up to $600,000 of Dogs of Elon in this airdrop as well, if you're chosen. So it's a easy and fast way of potentially getting some free crypto from Dogs of Elon. Essentially, they are trying to, if you look in the description here, they're trying to create a alternative to the CryptoPunks community. If you're not familiar with CryptoPunks, CryptoPunks is the #1 NFT collection on OpenSea right now. They are trading millions and millions of dollars every day from CryptoPunks, which is crazy. So essentially they're trying to combat CryptoPunks and come out with a meme CryptoPunk NFT collection featuring Shiba tokens, Elon Musk's, and zombie doges is what they call them. So it's a pretty cool concept, and if it does get adopted by the majority of the crypto community, and as big as CryptoPunks, there's a lot of money to be made in those NFTs. So I myself do have 11 of them allocated already from the website, and then on the day of launch you can claim those. You're not allowed to see what you mint yet, but as soon as the launch happens, you'll be able to see which ones you mint. So I have 11 waiting to see what I actually get once launch date happens. So that's that. Also, they do have a Telegram group if you want to join the Telegram group. You can see that too, their CoinMarketCap sponsored right here. There's another little ad for them right here. So obviously a lot of money is going into this project, guys. I think this is a very good sign for this. And the fact that CoinMarketCap is on board and they have basically marketed for them, as well as Dex Tools. There's a little icon on Dex Tools that brings you to this pre-sale directly to their website that you can see. So obviously they're putting a lot of money into them. I have talked to the founder of Dogs of Elon, the man who's running the whole thing in Telegram, and he's told me that they're putting about $80,000 of marketing dollars every single day into CoinMarketCap, Dex Tools, press releases, and others. So obviously there's a lot of money getting pumped into this crypto, which is a really good sign. Usually that means that they're serious about the project and they want it to succeed, and there's a longevity behind it. So that's why I personally have invested into it, because I think that, you know, there's obviously a reason for them to put all that money into it. And it's not a good sign that their website's not working right now, but they could just be working on something. A little bit more about Dogs of Elon. It is an ERC20 token, meaning it is ran on the Ethereum network, just like Shiba token and just like some other very large projects that you may have heard about. A lot of them are ETH based. So there's that. Earlier today, some more news about them. Supposedly they burned 10 million Dogs of Elon tokens. I haven't looked into the contract myself to verify this, but there is some articles. I'm assuming that they wouldn't post this if there wasn't truth behind it. So it says that they burned 10 million Dogs of Elon tokens out of a total max supply of 1 billion, which is good news for people who are holding or hodling this or feel like there's a potential for this project, because the lower supply, lower circulating supply, the higher the price action. So, supply and demand, obviously the lower there is, the more demand, the higher the price goes. And currently that's valued at $500,000. And that's on the estimate that each one of these Dogs of Elon tokens is worth 5 cents at pre-launch. So once launch happens, that 10 million could very well be worth a lot more than just $500,000. This is actually from their Telegram group right here. I saw this earlier today. It says that they are happy because they want to share the information. They burned 10 million Dogs of Elon tokens, current value of $500,000. And then they also point out here, which is very true, I've seen this myself, we've seen projects that turn billions of dollars a day and burn only $25,000, which is really funny. And this is actually very true. Not to shit on any other shitcoins or small cap cryptos, but for instance, Kishu is one that I was in earlier in the year. I have since kind of lowered my position. I'm not as heavily invested into it anymore, but essentially they burned at one point, I think it was like 2 billion Kishus, which sounds like a lot. It sounds like they're burning a lot, but when there's a max supply of 100 quadrillion tokens, 2 billion is literally nothing. It's a drop in the bucket. So for Dogs of Elon to come out and burn 10 million of 1 billion supply right off the bat prior to launch even, that's a very good sign that they have the best interest of all the holders and investors. And just to kind of go over a couple of them, you can see these are some of the different NFTs that you're able to mint. All these dog fathers of Elon, which are really cool. There's a Wario Elon also that's not shown here, but the Wario one's probably my favorite from his SNL skit. And then there's his famous Joe Rogan podcast picture of him smoking a joint, which is hilarious. There's a lot of him smoking joints, and then his Tesla and Papa Elon over here. These are great. I love these NFTs. If you find interest in this project and you think that there's potential for it, it may be worth checking out. Like I said, I'll leave the link down below that you can click and go to the website, and you can mint directly on their website using the ETH network. That's pretty much it, guys, for Dogs of Elon. Just wanted to give you guys some information on it. Like I said, you can find me on TikTok at alex.kade. It looks like Kade, Kade, sounds like Kadi. And you can look me up on TikTok, Instagram. I do post every once in a while about crypto, but that's mostly for business and e-commerce related things. My TikTok is mostly crypto focused, and my YouTube channel is going to be kind of mostly crypto focused in the interim here while we're in the middle of this bull market. So follow me on those if you want, guys. My DMs are always open. I try to answer as many of them as possible, as long as it's not someone just trying to reach out asking me for money or something. I usually respond to most of my DMs, and I do help people in the crypto community. I help people in the e-commerce community. I just try to help people make money. So if you guys do want to reach out to me, feel free, ask me any questions, anything you want to know about Dogs of Elon, Dogelon, Shiba, whatever it is that you have questions on, please feel free to reach out, and I will make some more videos in the future. Hopefully in the next couple of days here, I'll be talking about some more cryptos that I'm interested in and some other news and information that's been happening over the last week in the crypto space. So until next time, guys, thanks so much. Peace out.